Okay, guys, so EA developers sat down and had a chat, and it was actually Q&A. It was a video released by MMA Junkie, really good video where we got some insight, some kind of major, some minor things. And first of all, I want to talk about the striking. Now, this is a big focus for me at least, because I thought UFC 4 striking was okay. It was a decent baseline, but I think it needed a lot of improvements. And we actually, during the Q&A, the EA developer talked about what was improved in the striking. And first, I'm just going to play it, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. But you guys, before we do that, y'all hit the like button, man. Let's shoot for 100 likes. You guys have been killing the like goal. And if we hit 7,000 subscribers before UFC 5 comes out, I'll be giving away 2 free copies. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get into the video.
On like the striking side, in terms of like the evolution there, I know people are asking maybe are parries going to be like something that comes back into play? What would you say is like maybe some of the marquee changes in the striking element?
So we've added all new strikes and new hit reactions this year. So the game features new animations, again, for ground and pound elbows, but there's also spinning attacks and body punches and cap kicks. The cap kicks are interesting because now you can have a normal leg kick, but then if you hold the input, you'll throw a cap kick. And so we've also added hold inputs as well for power punches. So again, you can throw your hook, but if you hold the hook input, you'll throw an overhand. Same with a question mark kick. Is if it'll be the same input as your roundhouse kick, but if you hold it, you'll throw a question mark kick. So there's a lot of little nuances and little mechanics we've added to the stand-up game. And then spinning strikes is a big part of that as well. So if you miss a roundhouse kick this year, you'll actually turn your body and you can now combine that into a spinning back fist. So there's a lot of little nuances that our users will find out that have changed with the striking mechanics.
The EA developer didn't say, the amount of, new angles, new footwork, new movement, realistic. That's not what the developer said. The developer said, new animations, damage system, you don't want to get hit. Cool. He then went into detail about throwing a hook. He then went into detail about a head kick and a question mark kick. So part of this is making me think he's kind of a casual, and that may be crazy to say. What, an EA developer a casual? He's either a casual or he didn't play UFC 4. Because I highly doubt these devs are playing these games for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, like some of us have. I don't think there's a single dev that has more hours spent into the game UFC 4 than I did. Anyways, he seemed like he's a casual or he didn't play the game that much. The reason is because maybe he's new. I don't know. Because he said that, now in UFC, in UFC 5, you can throw a head kick, and if you miss, you can spin around and throw a spinning back fist. If you throw a head kick but you hold it, it's actually a question mark kick now. There's these crazy nuances. This was already in the game. Both of these things were already in the game. Believe it or not, it was already in the game. So that leads me to me thinking that he might be a casual. And on top of that, rather than talk about, oh my gosh, the movement is crazy. This is crazy. The footwork, the angles, the new, rather than that, he spoke about the damage. Oh wow, our damage system's crazy. And the spinning attacks are big. Listen, it seemed like he was more concerned about talking about new animations and new controls than he was about deeper, nuances in regards to the striking. Yes, all that stuff is cool. All the new animations are cool, but to me, in order to have a great game, next 3 years, we need to have high level things like movement. I'm not saying UFC 4 doesn't have it, but in a game like Undisputed, you should be able to cut off angles, cut off the cage better. You should be able to, set up counterattack opportunities with crazy footwork. This should all be a possibility, but it doesn't seem, from what that guy said, it doesn't seem like that's on the table right now. Then he mentioned how if you throw a hook, but you hold the hook this time, it turns to an overhand. Now, I'm not hating on that, but maybe that means there's new controls for something else. That's what I'm going to go out on a limb and assume, because the old overhand, what was it? It was R1 and triangle or square depending on your stance. Now it's you hold it. Okay, cool. what does that mean? You know, what does this mean that there's a new control? I personally like the overhand control, but does that mean there's something else that R1 in Square is going to do now, or you know, is it still the clinch? Is it? We don't know. But from what I gathered, it seemed like this guy was more concerned about the, you know, oh my gosh, spinning attacks. He also mentioned the calf kick. Now the calf kick, instead of pressing the button like circle to throw a calf kick, you hold it now. Which to me, I thought the system we had now was fine. I felt like holding the button for a regular low kick, you know, makes more sense because one, they're more damaging. Two, they're more dangerous to throw because if you get checked, it does more damage. But now your default, if you just press the button, is going to be a low kick, and then the holding it is going to be a calf kick. I don't know why they switched that. I guess it was just for the sake of switching it, but who cares? My whole point is, this is kind of concerning to me because it just seems like a lot of surface level things. It seems like striking is going to be not basic, but it just seemed like a whole lot of, oh yeah, you don't want to get hit, the damage system's crazy, and oh, we have all these new animations. That's cool, but fluidity, movement, new opportunities. That's what I want to hear. I don't just want to hear new animations, calf kicks, and oh my gosh, don't get hit. But we'll see. Hopefully it turns out good. I'm not trying to be negative, but you guys let me know what you gather from that. Just me ranting about the striking, because I want this game to be bad, just as bad as you guys. I mean, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I want this game to be good, just as bad as you guys. I mixed the words. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, man, please just tell me what you think in the comments below about, you know, what this guy said. Are you excited? Put a turkey sandwich in the comments if you made it this far. And I'll know you're an OG, you're a real one. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, 7,000 subscribers, and we're giving away 2 copies of UFC 5 for free. Thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. Peace.